Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. Pardon the, I'm downstairs in my basement. I'm actually freezing. It's April 2nd, and it's freezing, but the weather's the last thing on our minds, obviously, with COVID-19. So, finishing up on Joe Rogan's podcast from the other day with Brian Redban, okay? And I think yesterday Joe had Peter Otez, and I'm going to listen to that. Am I pronouncing his last name right? I don't know. But I'm going to listen to that afterwards. And I'm like, let's see, 2 hours and 17 minutes in. It's a long podcast. Brian Redban, one of my favorite guests. You know, Joe's last 6, 7 guests have been all his friends, right? Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. I don't think Tony Hinchcliffe was on. But, you know, Joey Diaz, the whole gang, Duncan Trussell. So it's awesome. It's always fun. The only problem I have with that, with Joe, is I'm a big fan. I've been there since the beginning, 2009. I've listened to just about every single one of his episodes, a few of the MMA, the whole thing. And Joe repeats himself, you know, so, and that's okay. I mean, it's hard to do what he does. 3 podcasts a week, he averages 3 to 5, maybe more. And he talks, you know, with no script for hours and hours. And his stories are great, but I've heard them a million times. He was talking about how he had his Boston accent. I've heard that story at least 40 times. You know, like, I didn't know I had a Boston accent until someone sent me a tape when I was fighting. I'm like, oh, here we go again. And what's amazing about Joe is he'll tell the story like it's the first time. He's good at that. He's a professional. He's a professional comedian. So he knows what stories work and all that. The problem I have a little bit with that is the fakeness, not Joe's part, but Brian Redban has heard that story many times. Again, I've been there since the beginning. In the first year or two, it was just Joe and Brian Redban, even more, like first 4 years. And Joe told that story many times. And this time, Brian Redban was like, really? Oh, I'm like, dude, come on, don't be phony. You've heard that story. I guess you have to go with it. What are you gonna say, Joe? Not a fucking again. Oh boy, here we go again. Yeah, you had a Boston accent. You didn't know until. All right. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about, Brian Redban is one of my favorite guests. He is such an interesting man. I always love the young. He's not so young anymore. What the fuck is going on with Brian Redban? He looks like fucking shit. Is he okay? Here we go. Like, listen.
Do code stuff and.
Do you have to enter DOS? Do you go into DOS?
I was doing whatever their
terminal.
Yeah, I think it is DOS.
It's DOS?
Yeah.
You did that?
I did something like that.
He looks
yeah.
awful.
In Unix.
You know, and he's only like 40, right? How old is he? You know, and I know he's fucking a lazy fuck, Brian. You know, smokes pot all the time and drinks. You know, he's, you know, one of those couch potato kind of snowflakey sort of guys. Although Joe said he went on a diet and he was working out. I don't know, but something's happened there with Brian. I hope he's not sick because I really like him a lot. I think he's a real interesting man. Now, is he an intellectual? Absolutely not. Even Rogan used to bust around. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson was on the last time he was on, and he was saying, like, comedians, stand-up comics are the most intelligent people you'll ever meet. They look at things orthogonally, if you will, from a different perspective. And Joe goes, "Have you ever met Redban?" All right, so I'm going to finish up. I got about an hour, and I'm telling you, I was so excited. I go, yeah, Brian Redban, but I just hope he's okay. Anybody know about what's going on with the Redban? That's not a fair thing. It's just maybe he's got a haircut and maybe he's a little overweight. But look, he looks like, Jesus Christ.
Unix is, that's what
program
Apple's based on.
Is it?
Yeah, Apple's based on Unix, right? Mac OS.
It
Unix
used to be
is not,
nice.
So-
but Windows isn't Unix, right? You're talking about a different program?
I had to download a program just to put this 3D model in, and I think it was Unix.
So you can download a Unix program on Windows?
Yeah, in Mac.
So, you know, Redban is not an intellectual, of course, but he's smart. And he's fucking interesting. Like they were talking about this technology. Redban knows all about that stuff. And Redban is great with popular culture and all that. So, I mean, I always, when Redban's on, it's always a great, great show. Okay, on that note, I'm 5 minutes. Good friends, good books, and sleepy conscience, peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.